Greetings and blessings from the Most High, Jah Rastafari, Crawford Ashley here, the spiritual boxer. And I'm going to just be having a chat now. And I want to talk about my greetings because people don't understand it. It's greetings and blessings from the Most High, so I'm greeting you with an open heart. And I'm trying to give some positive information, and hopefully it'll be a blessing for you so you can go on to the next level. The Most High is the higher self with me, which is just one love. Jah is God, which I'm connected to through the higher self, which we're all connected to through the higher self. So it's greetings and blessings from my higher self, which is connected to God, Jah Rastafari. You know, it preaches one love and peace, and I want to bring positivity, and especially in boxing, to lift your game so you don't get hurt. You know, it's about self-defense, it's a thing. And a little bit about me. I was talking to my friend yesterday, and I should do something with him, but he don't want to go on camera because he gets me to speak a lot and go in depth into things, to explain things to him. And I forgot what I was going to say now. I was on about how information, certain things that people used to tell me, I just completely ignore, but other things I'd pick up on board and I'd take on board, and they made so much sense to me. Like a guy said to me when I was about 14, be careful how you treat the people that you meet on the way up, because they're the same people you're going to meet on the way down. And that is just apt, that, because if you're stepping on people on the way up, when you get to the top, you're not going to stay there for long. And especially in boxing, the career's over very, very quickly. It's a very short career. You know, you're a long time retired. And boxing, once you're not boxing anymore, the boxing community just disses you. You're gone. Bye. See you later. You know what I mean? You're not worth nothing to them anymore, so you're gone. And you've got to pick out the right information for you and work with it. It's like, I was so lucky that I had a mentor, a father figure, Bob Paget. And anybody who knows Bob, you know what I mean? The guy was a guru. He basically told you exactly how it was. He knew boxing inside out. And he was, how can I put it, very human. But that's kind of like, no, he wasn't even human. He was a guru. He was a master. And he taught me a lot. And one of his sayings was, every day do a good deed. If you get found out, it don't count. So it's like, why do you have to brag and boast about how you help people? You just go on and just do it, because that's just a natural thing to do. And I couldn't understand. I was in Tenerife once, and we were having a meal, and I came to pay the bill. And the guy said, no, it's already been taken care of, somebody's paid it. And I couldn't understand why. And then Bob says to me, says, you don't realise that all the stress that people go through the week, through the month, with the work, the jobs, the family, everything is stressing them out. And then they go to a boxing show, and all the attention is on the fight. So all it's on the boxing match. For 30, 36 minutes, as long as it lasts. Their attention's there, and if it's a good one, it stays there for a while. People start talking about it, so it takes the mind off the stress, and it puts on to a different focus. And that's, to me, brilliant. When I actually understood it and I took it on board, I understood it, but I always went to fight. I always went to put on a show. And whether I won or lost, If I boxed bad, I'd feel bad. If I boxed well, I didn't give a shit about the decision. If the crowd got a really good, entertainment value because they've come to see a fight, then yeah, I'm happy. It's like when I boxed Graziano Rodriguini in Germany. Took it 6 days notice. It was a packed out crowd. When I walked into the ring, they booed, racist abuse, all sorts of shit. But when I came out to love. Because the people had realised while I was in there how excited and much enjoyment they were got about. You know what I mean? They forgot about all the worries and all the stress. They were just focused on the fight and saw two spiritual beings dancing, basically. Showing their talents to the highest. This might sound a load of shit to people, but this is just me just chatting and thinking and talking as I like to do. But as well, I wrote a poem, More Than a Boxer. Am I a conspiracy theorist, or do I just like other people's opinions and listen to them? I don't have to take them on board, they don't have to be mine. But I like listening to other people's opinions, and I will tell somebody's opinion like it's my own, whether I believe it or not, because it's just an opinion. It don't matter. It's like when Tyson Fury got slated for saying something about gay people. I just thought it's just his opinion. It don't matter. Why is all of a sudden his opinion what's that word I'm looking for? Why do I have to respect somebody's opinion? I respect it, sure, but I ain't taking it on board. And it's like, for me, this thing that's going on now with this COVID, it's all bollocks. It's been bollocks from the beginning, and people can't see it because they're listening to other people's opinions, even though they feel and they know it's not right. They're frightened that somebody might say something to them. Oh, you aren't wearing a mask. Why aren't you wearing a mask? Why? Because I don't want to wear a mask. Oh, have you been vaccinated? No. Why? Because I don't want to get vaccinated. Because it's bollocks. Oh, you need to be vaccinated. Then you need another vaccination. Then you need boosters. For what? For what? You ain't going to live forever. So live free, live happy, live in peace. And to live in peace, you got to be at peace with yourself. And I find that a lot of people are at peace with themselves. And I don't know why. Maybe because they're trying to impress other people, they're trying to pretend they're something they're not. I was out in Wakefield and I was walking and I can tune into conversations, and I heard this guy say to this girl, you gotta fake it till you make it. And that really set in me, you gotta fake it till you make it. And I realised that with my son Theo, I got a friend said to me, he says, when he's good, I'll sponsor him. And I just thought, wow. You need sponsorship in the beginning, not when you're at the top. And it seems like people will only help you when you've already got something. When you're on your ass, people resent giving you. That's why they resent the homeless, because they've got nothing. But yet, they'll give to somebody who's got millions. You know what I mean? They'll buy somebody a drink who don't need a drink buying for them. But somebody who's got nothing. Like I was saying, my meal got paid. I was the British champion, I could have bought it myself. But they won't buy a homeless person a meal. I just find it, the people who need help are looked down upon as though the lepers, and people who don't need help get all the help. It's kind of a fucked up society. And these are some of the things I see, and some of the things I see that's wrong with this world is governments and the politicians. It's like me, this country is the best country in the world. The British people are the best people in the world. The government's fucking the worst government in the world. You know what I mean? We're a first world country and we've got people sleeping and living on the streets. That's bollocks, man. You know? And you've got these MPs who are giving themselves big pay raises and big pats on the back. And then you've got the NHS who are struggling, who are getting, you know, getting nothing. And we, the people, do fuck all about it. You know what I mean? Wake up. It's the problem with this country is the government, and that's the biggest problem with this country. The biggest problem with the world is the government, and it's because they're too greedy. It's because of that paper. It's because of that money. But that's just a different side. Like I said, this one's not about boxing. And there's people out there who've asked to do interviews with me. I wrote a book called The Question. What would the world be like without governments? It's like a prophecy of a world without governments. But how do you get rid of the government? And it goes into it, and then there's different questions asked. And it's like, if you want to do an interview with me, download The Question, and you might have a different slant on me, and you might get a really good interview that nobody else has even tapped into. Like I said, I'm more than just a boxer. That's just a little piece of me. But the knowledge that I know and I understand, or overstand, should I say, after me 50 years of learning experience. I'm not qualified, but I've got a lot of experience in doing and being taught. And I've had some very good trainers. I've been in training camps with some so-called best trainers. I've watched how they operate, I see, and I watch how people get the best out of people. And that's what you need to do. You need to be able to get the best out of people, draw what they don't know they've got, and give them that confidence to go with it. But many people know, like, I suffer with mental illness. No, that's bollocks, man. I don't suffer with mental illness. I live with it, and I enjoy mine. You know what I mean? Sometimes it gets me down and depresses me, and I don't want to be on this planet. And other times it's absolutely freaking brilliant. And the highs, for me, outweigh the lows. So that's what it is about. And I understand there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. So yeah, I might be in a dark place for a bit, but I'm going to come out of it. And like I said before, I've been in some very, very dark places, but it's alright, I've got a torch. You know, I know what it's like there. And I know how I can get out of it. And it's just thought processes. It's just, why do you think this way? That makes you feel like this. When you can bring up some memories where you can feel brilliant, man, and smile, and it's like, that's, you know, when you've got that really nice feeling, that's when you can start looking to the future as in that nice vibe. Sometimes it's very, very difficult. A lot of times it's difficult. But then just go for a walk. You know, just switch off. Just try and look at nature and listen. Just sit and just try and listen. Not to the voices in your head, just what's going on outside. To the birds tweeting. To the cars. Or go listen to some water. I like the canals, and I like by the locks and listening to the bubbles You know, it takes your mind off concentrating on some other things. Because when you get onto that roller coaster, you end up seeming to just go downhill. So anyway, I don't like that one. Melancholy. I like being happy. I like being chilled. And like I say, happiness is a state of mind. The one thing I've got, which I've found, is my bit of peace. That's within me, and I think that's the one thing everybody has to find, that bit of peace that's within them. That where they can just go sit and be. You know, there's no show, there's no nothing. Just sitting and being. And it's nice. It becomes very addictive after a while to just sit and be quiet and count your breaths. I like that one, just counting breaths, 108. I've stopped doing that now. I just sit. I don't need to count, I don't need anything going on in my head, I can just sit. It's great. Anyway, that's just a bit. So, like I said, if you like the vibe, please subscribe. And yeah. If you would like to help me out, that'd be great. I'm trying to do a sports range which is fit for purpose, because all this stuff now seems to be fashionable and doesn't do its job. You know, so I'm in the moment getting them designed and getting it done. So when I get the merchandise, it'd be good if you could buy some. If you like them, or if not, just tell me why you don't like them. I think they'll be brilliant, because I'm brilliant. You know what I mean? And if I can't be myself, I'll just be brilliant. I hope you enjoyed the rest of the day. Bye.